So here it is. This is my Iron Horse dual suspension, dual disc brake downhill mountain bike that I have attached a motor to. It runs off of unleaded gasoline. It gets about 200 miles to the gallon depending on if I'm pedaling or not. And goes approximately 30-35 miles an hour on flat terrain, about 18 to 20 miles an hour on a pretty big hill. Basically, the wood at the bottom is the fact that I took off the kickstand because I didn't want the kickstand to fall over, because it adds substantial weight when you put this gearbox and the motor on, and I didn't want to have to worry about a faulty kickstand. So if you notice about this bike, it does have suspension in the center, suspension in the front, and disc brakes. Disc brakes are a must. Now if you see that hub right there, that actually is a New Vinci in-hub gearing system. And what that means is that I don't have any regular sprockets that switch. If you notice, I took the derailleur off that switches to those other sprockets. I don't even use those, but I decided not to take them off because it would be more trouble than necessary. And the reason why I still have this back here is for tension, because I have suspension in the center, so if the bike moves, I need to have some type of slack right there so the chain doesn't pop. These are actually white gas camping fuel bottles. They're actually legal, everything about it. I fill them up with regular unleaded gasoline. Since this is a 4-stroke motor, I have to give it oil changes, but the good thing about it is that I don't have to mix oil. I can just fill it up with regular unleaded gasoline. It comes white stock. I spray painted it black, but I lean it up against this wall in the garage and it's kind of chipping the paint a little bit. The great thing about the Subaru Robin EH035 is that it has a diaphragm, which is basically a little, I don't know if you can see it or not. See that? It can actually pump the gasoline. And the reason why that is so amazing is because it can pull gasoline up against gravity. A lot of motors, they have to be gravity fed. So when you're on a bike, you're going over bumps, you're going up hills, down hills, a lot of the times gravity isn't working in your favor and you lose gasoline, which makes the motor stop, which is not good. Alright, so this is my Iron Horse mountain bike with dual suspension. If you notice in the middle, in the front, dual disc brakes, but I've put on a motor and a motor kit in the back. Also, another thing that you've noticed, or may not have noticed, but I have a New Vinci gearing hub in the center, which actually gives me the ability to shift gears and convert that to where the motor is pulling torque. So it can shift, which is different from most kits that you get online. It's either on or off. And so your speed is determined upon how much gas you give. So let me show you how nice this thing is. I can start without even pedaling.